Good morning. Welcome to our Wednesday Wisdom Devotional. Hope you're doing well this morning. Facebook is building an audience, so one quick reminder, and I mentioned it last week, I want to mention it one more time. The Raleigh Church of Christ is having a youth rally starting this Friday. It'll last through Sunday. It will be Friday night, most of the day Saturday, and then on Sunday morning. That if you are interested, or if you need more information as far as times are concerned or any other things, you are more than welcome to go to our website, theRaleighChurchOfChrist.org. There you can find out all the information that you need, and even sign up if you are interested. So we hope that you will pay a visit to our website, get all the information that you need, and that you will, if you live in the area, that you will be able to join us. For the past several weeks, we've been looking at a book that's entitled From Tablet to Table, written by Leonard Sweet. Basic premise of bringing back the table in our homes and bringing back the table in the church to come back and use something that was most common, that goes across all cultures, and to reclaim the family and to reclaim the church and to become who Christ desires us to be. And this morning, for our very last Wednesday Wisdom concerning this subject, we're going to talk about setting the table for the world, because in the end, that is what is most important. Reaching the world was the mission of Christ. He says as much in Luke 19:10 that he came to seek and to save the lost. There's so many things that Christ came to accomplish, and he did. And to reveal the Father, to show the goodness and the love of the Father, to teach us a better way to live among each other and a better way to live for God. But we must not forget that his primary mission was to come and to reach this world, to bring it back into a right relationship with God. That was his mission, and that becomes the mission of his church. To be quite honest with you, setting the table for the world is to reach out to those who are seeking Christ so that we can help them find him. That is the mission of the church. Most of us know that we should do that. That is the role of the church. But what we struggle with the most is how. How do we reach the world around us? How do we set the table? What utensils do we use? What tools do we have at our disposal? I think there's something that Jesus teaches us in Luke 19 that can be of an extreme help and very practical help with us. And you see, the context of Luke 19:10 is found in the first 9 verses with a man by the name of Zacchaeus. And so most of us know Zacchaeus probably from a vacation Bible school song. Our kids sing it. There was a wee little man by the name of Zacchaeus. But there's some information that Luke gives us about Zacchaeus, and I think there's some things that we can learn about how to set the table for the world around us. One, and the idea is that as we're introduced to Zacchaeus, he was a chief tax collector, and he was rich. That's the end of verse 2. And then verse 3, he was seeking to see who Jesus was. He wants to come. He wants to accomplish all these things, and he wants to see him. And everybody would have filtered Zacchaeus through those two qualities of being a chief tax collector and being rich. As a matter of fact, when Jesus goes to his home, they talk about, in the sense of it, being a sinner. And see, I think one of the things about setting the table, there's something that we should not do. We should not write anyone off for who they are at that moment. See, it would have been easy for Jesus or anyone else to say he's a chief tax collector, that he became rich in the sense of extortion and other means. It would have been easy to say that he is beyond the reach of Christ, that he would have been somebody who was not interested in Christ. And yet, he was seeking to see him. He was seeking to find Christ. He wanted to find Christ so much that he was willing to climb a tree. That's where Jesus came. That's where Jesus came in, and this is what he teaches us to do when it comes to setting the table for the world, is that not only should we not write them off, but one of the things that we should do with the people around us is that we should spend time with them. That we should be able to give them the attention, the respect. See, that's what Jesus does, is that in verse 5, he comes to a place, he looks up, finds Zacchaeus in that sycamore tree, and simply says, "Zacchaeus, hurry and come down, for I must stay at your house today. Zacchaeus, I know everybody else sees you as a sinner. I know everybody else sees you as a chief tax collector. Everybody sees you getting rich by extortion, embezzlement, other reasons. Zacchaeus, I see you as a person. Zacchaeus, I don't see you as a problem. Zacchaeus, I don't see you as a project. I see you as a person. And because I see you as a person, I want to come and stay at your home. I want to come and eat dinner with you. I want to come and spend time with you. One of the ways in which we set the table for the world around us is to not see people as problems, to not see people as projects, to see people for exactly who they are. And that is, they are people. So do everything that you can today in setting the table for the world around you to remove all the obstacles that would get in their way. Don't see them for who they are, for what they've done. They see that enough. Instead, see them the way that Christ sees them, as a person, as a group, as a people that are loved by God, that Jesus came to seek and to save. See them as individuals that are not beyond the reach of Christ, instead that they can. That through grace, through mercy, through forgiveness, most importantly through the blood of Christ, they can do so much and they can be reached by Christ. Setting the table for the world means helping those who are seeking Jesus to find Jesus. I hope that you can do that today with the world around you. Thank you for joining us on this Wednesday Wisdom. Hope that you are doing well, having a good morning. If you live in the Raleigh area, we would love for you to come by, pay us a visit at the Raleigh Church of Christ. We're at 911 Behringer Drive here in Raleigh, North Carolina. We meet tonight at 7 o'clock, classes for all ages, and we would love to have you and your family. If you're unable to make it tonight, we would love to have you Sunday, if at all possible. 9:30 for our Bible classes, 10:30 for our morning worship. Again, thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you have a great day, and I hope that you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.